Hey cat lovers, and welcome back to another episode of Feline Fun. Today, we're diving into the world of one of the most beloved and sometimes silliest cats out there, the orange tabby, also lovingly called the ginger cat. They're cuddly, quirky, and full of personality. But beyond their iconic color and charming disposition, orange cats have some truly fascinating traits hidden in their DNA and in their history. So whether you already live with one of these fiery-furred goofballs or you've just always been curious about them, here are 10 fun facts about orange tabby cats that might surprise you. Fact 1: most orange tabbies are male, and that's not by chance. If you've ever noticed that a lot of orange cats seem to be he/him kind of guys, you're not wrong. In fact, nearly 80% of orange tabby cats are male. But why? It all comes down to genetics, specifically the X chromosome. Here's the quick science recap. Female cats have 2 X chromosomes. Males have 1 X and 1 Y chromosome. The gene that causes orange fur lives on the X chromosome. For a female to be orange, she needs 2 copies of that gene, 1 from each parent. But a male only needs 1, because he only has 1 X to begin with. That's why orange fur appears far more often in male cats. It's not luck. It's X-linked inheritance at work. Fact 2: orange tabby isn't a breed. It's a color pattern. Let's bust a common myth. Orange tabbies aren't a breed of cat. In fact, the word tabby doesn't refer to a breed at all. It refers to a pattern. All tabby cats, no matter their color, have a few key features. That classic M-shaped marking on their foreheads, and a coat pattern that can be striped, swirled, spotted, or patched. There are actually 5 types of tabby patterns. Classic: bold swirls and blotches like a marble painting. Mackerel: narrow, vertical stripes like a fish skeleton. Spotted: scattered dots across the body. Patched: a mix of tabby and tortoiseshell coloring. Ticked: individual hairs with alternating light and dark bands, like a salt and pepper blur. So when you see an orange cat with stripes or swirls, that's not a breed. That's tabby DNA in action. Fact 3: some breeds are more likely to be ginger than others. Even though orange isn't a breed itself, some breeds are more genetically prone to produce orange tabby cats. Why? Selective breeding and gene frequency. Some of the breeds most likely to include orange tabbies are Persian, exotic shorthair, Munchkin, British shorthair, Bengal, Maine Coon, American bobtail, Egyptian Mau. The orange color comes from the O gene, which codes for a pigment called pheomelanin, the same stuff that gives red hair to humans. In some breeds, this gene shows up more often, especially when breeders aim to preserve that warm-toned, photogenic coat. That's why you might find more orange fluff balls among certain pedigrees. But no matter the breed, their goofy charm is universal. Fact 4: there's no such thing as a solid orange cat. We know it looks like some orange cats are solid-colored, but genetically, it's impossible. Every orange cat carries the tabby gene. This means that even if you can't see stripes or spots clearly, they're still there, just hidden or diluted. Some breeders have selectively bred cats to make their orange coats appear solid. But under the right lighting, you'll still spot faint markings like classic swirls or mackerel stripes. So, even that solid ginger fluffball is technically a tabby. The only difference? Some patterns are bold and obvious, others are whispered in sunlight. Fact 5: all orange cats are tabby cats, but not all tabby cats are orange. Let's clarify this. The term tabby refers to the pattern, not the color. The pattern is controlled by the agouti gene, which turns pigment on and off along each hair strand, creating stripes, swirls, or speckles. Orange color, on the other hand, is caused by the O gene, which produces pheomelanin, a reddish pigment. So, if a cat is orange, it always has tabby markings. But if a cat has tabby markings, it could be orange, gray, brown, black, or even silver. In short, all ginger cats are tabbies, but not all tabbies are ginger. Fact 6: ginger cats often develop freckles, and it's totally normal. Have you ever noticed tiny dark spots on an orange cat's lips, nose, or gums? That's not dirt or age, it's a condition called lentigo simplex. It's completely benign and common among orange, calico, and tortoiseshell cats. These little cat freckles are caused by a high concentration of pigment-producing cells in certain areas of the skin. They often appear around the mouth, ears, eyelids, or nose, and may grow larger or more numerous with age. But unless the spots change color, shape, or texture, there's no need to worry. Still, like with any skin change, it's smart to bring them up at vet checkups just in case. And honestly, freckles just make ginger cats even more charming, don't they? Fact 7. Orange tabbies share a pigment with red-headed humans. Here's a fun cross-species connection. The same pigment that gives orange cats their color also creates red hair and freckles in humans. It's called pheomelanin, and it's responsible for all that ginger goodness on 2 legs or 4. In cats, the O gene controls the production and distribution of pheomelanin in the fur and skin. That's why orange tabbies sometimes have darker areas on the nose, lips, or around the eyes, those little freckles we mentioned earlier. Also pheomelanin. Not every ginger cat gets freckles, just like not every redhead does. But the overlap is a perfect example of how convergent evolution works, when completely different species develop similar traits thanks to similar genetic influences. Basically, gingers rule in cats and people. Fact 8. There's a sweet legend behind the M on a tabby's forehead. Ever notice the distinct M-shaped marking on every tabby cat's forehead? There are several myths explaining how it got there, but one of the most heartwarming comes from a Christian tradition. As the story goes, when baby Jesus was lying in the manger, he was cold and crying. The animals gathered around to warm him, but nothing helped. Then, a small tabby cat jumped into the manger and curled up beside him. Jesus stopped crying and drifted to sleep. To thank the cat, Mary gently traced her initial M on the cat's forehead, marking it with honor for all time. Of course, this is just a legend, but it's a beautiful reminder of how cats have comforted humans for centuries and how we, in turn, leave stories written on their fur. Fact 9. Orange cats have many nicknames and fans have favorites. When it comes to nicknames, orange tabbies might just take the crown. Here are a few common ones. Ginger cat, marmalade cat, caramel cat, butterscotch cat, butter cat, yellow cat. Some people go by color. Others just name them after food, because let's be honest, orange cats often look like warm baked snacks. As for us, we like ginger the best. It's spicy, sweet, and full of personality, just like the cats themselves. Which name do you prefer? Let us know in the comments. Fact 10. Many famous cats in pop culture are orange tabbies. If it feels like orange cats get a lot of screen time, you're absolutely right. Some of the most iconic fictional felines are orange tabbies. There's the always hungry, always sarcastic Garfield, the charming rogue Puss in Boots, and Spot, the Star Trek kitty with a fan base of his own. But among real-world feline celebrities, none are more legendary than Morris the cat. Morris became the face of 9 Lives cat food in the 1960s. With his bold orange fur, squinty eyes, and laid-back attitude, Morris starred in countless commercials and print ads, winning not just hearts, but awards. He even starred in films like The Long Goodbye and won 2 Patsy Awards, the animal version of an Oscar. Morris wasn't just selling food. He was building the ginger cat's legacy. Cat of the Week. This week's featured feline is Jakey, a 7-year-old orange tabby with a heart of gold. Jakey was found in a box on the side of the road before being adopted from a local shelter. Now, he spends his days watching birds from high shelves, demanding neck scratches, and ruling his home with gentle paws. Congrats, Jakey. You're officially pawsome. Want your cat to be featured next? Submit your entry using the link in the description. You never know, your cat might be next week's star. So now you know orange cats aren't just adorable. They're genetic marvels, scientific mysteries, and pop culture icons. They've conquered our couches, our TV screens, and our hearts. And if you've ever been lucky enough to love a ginger cat, you know they're one of a kind. Let us know in the comments, which of these facts surprised you the most? Which nickname do you love best? Or tell us about your own orange tabby. And if this video brought a smile to your face, please give it a thumbs up. It helps other cat lovers find this content. Subscribe for more cat facts, cat stories, and cat joy. We'll see you next Saturday. Until then, keep purring on.